Number 1, creatine is a steroid. What's going on YouTube, it's Jason, and in this video we're going to be talking about creatine. Now, creatine is one of the most misunderstood supplements out there. You've got people that are anti-supplements that speak about creatine as though it's some sort of steroid, and then you've got people on the other hand who have just upgraded from taking protein shakes that think they're going to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight. In this video, I'm going to go through what it is, what it does, who it's for, and then I'm going to finish with some myth busting. So, what is creatine? Creatine is an amino acid derivative, not an amino acid itself, that derives from arginine and methionine, which are two non-essential amino acids. There are 3 ways that you can get creatine. The first is through food, through things like fish, so herring, cod, tuna and salmon, through beef, pork tenderloin and chicken breast. Generally, the richest sources of creatine are in leaner cuts of meat. You can get creatine from non-meat sources like quinoa, beans, nuts and seeds, but these are in much smaller amounts. The second way is through the body. Yes, our bodies produce creatine. Creatine is made in the liver, kidneys and pancreas, and it's stored in the muscles. And the third way is through supplementation. Now, creatine monohydrate is the main form of creatine out there. There are some newer forms of creatine like creatine ester ether, but when you look into the science, creatine monohydrate by far is the most effective type of creatine. So, what exactly does creatine do? Creatine helps the body to produce explosive energy during exercise and also helps in recovery. And who is creatine for? Creatine is for men and women involved in intense activity like HIIT, sprinting and weightlifting that are looking to improve their performance, strength and muscle mass. Almost everybody can benefit from creatine, but the people that I mentioned are going to benefit the most. It really suits people involved in anaerobic exercise that is explosive and is performed at a high intensity. So, onto our myths. Number 1, creatine is a steroid. Not even close in terms of chemical structure. Creatine is not hormonal. It is currently a legal and popularly used supplement in all sporting competitions. Number 2, creatine causes fat gain. Again, this is a myth because number 1, creatine has minimal calories. We're talking about like 1 to 3 calories per 5 gram serving. And number 2, and probably where this rumor came from, creatine does cause weight gain because creatine draws water into the muscles, but all the weight that you gain is intramuscular, i.e. in the muscles. So this doesn't cause a person to gain fat. Myth number 3, you must take creatine with sugar. Now, this was really popular when I was growing up as a way to improve uptake into the muscles, but this just isn't true. When you look into the science, the body can absorb creatine absolutely fine on its own. Myth number 4, another popular one, is that you must load creatine. Now, a lot of these supplement companies, when you read the back, they'll tell you that you need to load creatine for the first 5 days at like 20 grams per day. But when you look into the science, the only benefit of this is that your muscles get loaded faster. There isn't necessarily a better response when you look at 20 grams versus the standard 5 gram serving. It may take you like a week or 2 longer, but essentially you will end up getting the same amount of creatine in your muscles. So there's no need to load. All that's going to happen is that you're going to end up getting through your creatine faster. Myth number 5 is that creatine is bad for your kidneys. Now, taking creatine can slightly increase the creatinine in your blood, but healthy kidneys should filter out this creatinine into your urine. So again, if you've got an underlying kidney problem, this might be an issue for you, but for 98% of the public, you're fine. Number 6, creatine makes you angry. I've seen loads of forums about creatine rage. Once again, creatine is not hormonal, so if you're getting angry from creatine supplementation, you might need to go to anger management. Myth number 7 is that creatine causes hair loss. Now, this rumor has been doing the rounds for a while, and this stems from one single study which shows that creatine increases a hormone called DHT, and DHT has been linked with hair loss. But this study has never ever been replicated, and since that point there have been 12 studies And in 2 of the studies, it's shown mild but insignificant increases in testosterone and DHT, and the other 10 studies showed no increases. The second thing to bear in mind is that intense resistance exercise does increase DHT anyway. So some of those increased levels of DHT in that study may have been down to the fact that these were rugby players doing intense resistance exercise. So there's no real direct repeated link between hair loss and creatine. So that's everything you need to know on creatine to make the decision for yourself. I've personally been using creatine for years and absolutely love the stuff. I would strongly recommend it for anyone looking to improve strength, performance, or muscle mass. I would typically recommend 3 to 5 grams of creatine per day. Again, there is no need to load it. It's not a steroid, it's not going to come up in any tests, it's perfectly natural and is made by your body. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like it, comment below for the algorithm, it massively helps. Please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.